Since the early launch of Halo Infinite to today, 343 has been incredibly fast in responding to criticisms. Proper work still needs to be done, but the game already has more than 4 playlists to choose from, the XP distribution and challenge system is in a much healthier place, and all of those happened just weeks after launch. I remember back in 2015 when it took 343 months to add new playlists or tweak things, and so whatever they've changed to their workflow and infrastructure has allowed them to respond to fan criticism much faster. It's good stuff. That being said, there's an area of the game that I feel 343 has been far too quiet on, and that's about the store, its prices, the battle pass itself, and the lack of self-awareness that comes from the business model. I'm going to tell you guys my feelings on the monetization system and how it impacted the progression system, and what I think can possibly be done to fix it. Now, Halo Infinite is a free-to-play game. Developers do need to make money to keep the lights on, and keeping the lights on is also something I need to do. Which brings us to today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by the fine folks at Keeps.
Did you know that 2 out of 3 guys will experience some form of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35? The reason I'm telling you this is because the best treatment for hair loss is to get started before it happens. Keeps is a product made to treat hair loss right from your home. A licensed doctor will review your info online and recommend the best treatment for you, in which case it will be shipped right to your home. It's more affordable than most treatment options on the market since Keeps offers generic brand versions of FDA-approved medications. If you want to get started early and keep that beautiful head of hair, click the link in the description below or go to keeps.com/LateNightGaming to get 50% off your first order. That's KEEPS.com/LateNightGaming. And a thank you to Keeps for sponsoring this video.
First, let's talk about my issues with the store. As a free-to-play title, the store is understandable in Halo Infinite, if a bit annoying since it employs FOMO tactics to get folks to buy items. In the real world, stock is limited, and sales of that stock can happen to either push it or clear out stock that's collecting dust. In a video game, though, this limited time nonsense has no real-world restriction, and it comes across as incredibly transparent, in my opinion. It's made even worse when you take a peek into your customization options for your Spartan armor and see a ton of things locked off and proudly displaying in the store now. These items are not limited. They're digital. There is an unlimited supply of them. They can be in the store forever. The choice was simply made to not put them in the store forever. Now, let's move on to prices. In the case of the monetization, the price point is usually not something an individual developer has complete power over. It's something agreed upon by a variety of people, and in some instances, even publishers and investors need a say. I don't know how these prices were landed upon for Halo Infinite, but they are, at best, insulting. At worst, alienating. When I open up Halo Infinite, a game folks paid money for, whether it's the standard edition and ultimate editions or any other editions, and see the game unironically asking 1/3 the price of a video game for pieces of armor and the color blue or yellow, it makes the game come off as if it doesn't give a damn whether you bought the Reach Battle Pass or not. You're a free-to-play player too. Get in line, give me $20 for that Reach armor you can't earn in the Reach Pass. What the game wants is worn on its sleeve in a way that's loud and hard to ignore. The best allegory I can come up with for this situation is Halo Infinite is a party. 343, the developers, are the hosts of this party. They've assembled it. It's awesome. We're all enjoying ourselves. There's pizza, there's cake, there's music, it's entertaining. But the party is being brought down by that one guy in the back who stinks, his jokes aren't funny, he's loud, and he's hogging all of the food for himself. The hosts did an awesome job. This party is cool, but that guy in the back brought it down. The store is that loud guy who is ruining the party for everyone and devaluing the hard work of the hosts. The game just launched. People just bought it. They just bought the Battle Pass. Give them time to breathe before immediately asking for $20 for stuff that is honestly not worth that price. Halo 5 asks $10 for a pack of 9 helmets. Halo Infinite asks $20 for color combinations that we used to be able to do for free, and Reach cosmetics that are for some reason not in the Reach Pass that we paid for. And if comparisons are being drawn to something like Valorant or even the new Call of Duty, which are quite aggressive and inappropriate with their monetization model, I don't agree with those comparisons. Halo Infinite could be a pack leader. Its decision to not make the battle pass timed was a net positive for the game industry. Be a net positive here. Make your prices more appropriate than what the competition is offering. Now, let's move on to the Battle Pass. The Heroes of Reach Battle Pass is a poorly paced shadow of what it could have been. The early hours of this Reach-themed Battle Pass flood you with XP boosters, challenge swaps, and ugly coatings that I used to be able to just make for myself. And then it drip feeds you armor attachments, usually at a very slow rate, and it's only now at maybe level 54-ish in this pass when I feel like I finally have a little bit of variety, a little bit of choice to mix and match some things. The pass is called Heroes of Reach, yet its unlocks are divided between the Halo Infinite Spartan Armor Core and the Halo Reach Spartan Armor Core, creating a situation where both armor cores feel lacking. The Battle Pass should have been exclusively Reach-themed and full of Reach goodies, and the Halo Infinite Armor Core should have been tied to the campaign or maybe its own Halo Infinite-themed independent Battle Pass. The pass feels like it should be renamed about 2/3 of the Heroes of Reach, due to how many cosmetics from Reach are missing, and I hope this is just an innocent mistake caused by it being smushed with the Infinite Armor Core cosmetics, but the fact that that rotating store has so many Reach cosmetics puzzlingly absent from the Battle Pass, I can only draw one conclusion. They were ripped out of the pass and placed in the store, which is, I hope, not the case. Now, the lack of self-awareness. 343's developers, engineers, live team, and so on have been fantastic at hurriedly responding to folks' issues. Should the game have launched with these XP issues and playlist issues to begin with? No, but we can't retroactively change development history. We exist in the present, and the speed at which the game is turning around is worthy of praise. What is not being turned around fast is the response time to the store's issues, its prices, and the content withheld from players and locked behind an inappropriate paywall. Every week, Halo's Twitter account unironically updates players on new, grossly overpriced cosmetics in the store, and then quietly moves on to something else, seemingly ignoring the growing anger from the player base. I know that conversations about the store, its prices, and business model are happening, but publicly pretending that everything is fine, check out our ugly blue coating and Reach armor we didn't put in the Reach Pass, $20 please, is not the way to go forward. It gives the players this perception that the game is not reading the room, and that unfortunately puts all developers in the crosshairs of a frustrated player base, regardless of if these people were responsible for the pricing model or not, and especially our poor community managers who have been taking the brunt of a lot of the negative feedback. I don't believe that Sketch was the one who said, yes, $20 for that Reach cosmetic, please. Make a statement about the store and its business model now, because every week where nothing is changed or addressed is a week's worth of distrust built up. I have reasons to believe that 343 will turn the game around, but I'm also a lot closer to the developers than most players, and right now the game is not giving them any reason to believe that their issues about the pricing are being listened to. If next week's shop rotation unironically asks for $20 and offers some coatings and withheld Reach cosmetics again, then I think the community will assume that no changes are being made and that they're being ignored. How would I change things? Well, firstly, these pieces of fake currency, there needs to be a way to earn them in-game alongside the purchasing option. The best way to get folks to engage with the store is give them free samples. Those free samples come via earning free credits. There's a lot of ugly junk in the rotating store that I would never pay for, but I would grind credits via gameplay challenges in order to save up enough credits to buy that junk. This would then create situations where I don't mind actually buying something, because, hey, my credit wallet is a bit low since I saved up so many credits and just bought that pineapple grenade. What the heck, yeah, I'll buy the attachment for my ODST helmet with cash. Other free-to-play games give folks in-game currency via their battle passes or challenges, so players can engage with the store in more ways than one. It allows players to form a healthier and better relationship with the in-game store, and it makes the game feel like it has more earnable content, and it makes the option of purchasing items up front more of a choice than something that is forced upon the player base. Let players earn credits. Explore ways to let this happen. The next improvement I'd make is to future battle passes. If your content is themed around a specific Halo game, put content from that game in the pass. Splitting Reach content up between the pass and the store was a bad move. Let the store exist in its own bubble, selling cosmetics that are unrelated to what the pass currently has. Let the battle pass have value and identity without the store stealing its thunder. During a Halo 3 themed season, let the pass contain exclusively Halo 3 themed stuff, while the store cycles in and out Reach or Halo Infinite content. Then if we get an ODST themed pass, let the store cycle in outdated Halo 3 content, and so on. Give the battle pass value and importance in each season. The store is stealing value from the battle passes. And finally, communicate. Let players into the discussion. Monetization is a topic that unfortunately isn't as flexible as something like gameplay or UI tweaks, but find ways to allow the player base into those behind-the-scenes conversations. Even if it's just a little bit, ask the community for ideas, propose ideas, and judge how the community reacts. Let us come together and find a middle ground that helps all parties feel satisfied. It allows the community to feel as if they matter in the future of the game, and it allows the developers to be perceived in a less negative light. To the powers that be, who are the main voice in how this monetization model goes, I would be way more interested in spending money in a product that I have a connection to. I would spend money on a business model that the developers and the community helped create. I, however, do not want to spend money on a business model that tries to resist community feedback and tries to shut the door on them being part of the discussion. I may have seemed a bit aggressive in this video. The reason I'm being so aggressive is because Halo Infinite is currently the best received game of the holiday shooter season. I love Halo and it feels awesome to see other people loving Halo too. The developers crafted a charismatic game that is easier to like than the competition right now. In order to keep that success going, these issues must be resolved quickly so that goodwill doesn't dissipate. The honeymoon phase will be ending soon. The clock is ticking. Like most live service games, that negativity wave that comes after the honeymoon phase is on the horizon. 343 can get the ball rolling on curbing that wave if they get started now, rather than after the wave hits. I don't want Halo Infinite to have the "they made the game better after a year" patch that most live service games have. I want it to be improved and get better starting now, and only improving as time goes on. For those watching, please share this video around if you agree with anything you heard in this video. Share it with developers, friends, perhaps your pet if your pet agrees too, and keep the conversations going down below in the comment section. With that being said, thank you to the channel members for being so supportive. You guys are snazzy, and I'll see you all on the next video.